G Like Travels. This is my weekly live session where we can talk about anything in Thailand, about living here, working, anything at all. And there's no one in the room, so I'm going to shut up. Would anyone like to join me for my live session? And now I go on my YouTube Oz and I click on the live so I can look at it on my laptop as well. I can type on the laptop. Yeah. Oh, do you want to open the doors a bit? I think the rain's eased off. Good evening everybody and welcome to G Like Travels. This is my weekly live session for Q&A about life in Thailand. So whether you want to work here, whether you want to travel here, yeah, whatever it is you want to do, I have over 10 years worth of experience of living in Thailand. And it is the rainy season at the moment. You might be able to hear in the background the rain absolutely hammering it down. So guys, if you've got any questions about the food, hello Greg and Oscar, hi Bones John, how are you doing mate? Sorry John, no backflips today. It looks like Bones John is the only one in the room. Yeah, I don't know, can you hear the rain John in the background? It's absolutely pissing it down. We are very well, thank you. And welcome to the room if you've just come in. This is, my live session about living, working, traveling in Thailand. You can ask me any questions about life here, about the food, about the culture, about getting visas. Maybe you want to travel here, maybe you want to go on holiday. Feel free to shoot me any kind of question that you want. And apologies for the noise in the background. It is the rainy season here in Thailand, and yeah, it's hammering it down basically. I don't think you can see just how heavy the rain is. Don't know if you can hear it as well, but when it rains here, it rains really, really heavily. Like you will get absolutely drenched, like standing in the rain for a couple of seconds. It's like being in a shower. It's not like the drizzle rain you get back in England or probably in other Western countries. Yeah, when it rains here, it hammers it down. Have a great day, David. Thank you very much, my friends. Where are you from? Are you in Thailand? And welcome to all those who have just joined the room. So my name is Greg. My YouTube channel is G Like Travel, so please go and check it out. Ah, Australia. Whereabouts in Australia are you from, David? I just bought some cologne off Amazon. What's your options for cologne in Thailand? Do you get knockoff stuff? Do you buy it from a high street shop? I'm from Sydney, nice. Yeah, I stayed in Sydney just after the Olympics back in 2000. Yeah, I used to go surfing on the North Shore of Manly. Anyway, that's a different story. Yes, John, about perfumes, they have little perfume, they're like kind of counters, I suppose, in loads of train stations and loads of shopping centres, and they look legit, but my wife said they're not legit. But they do have, perfumes obviously in the shopping malls, you know, all the branded stuff, and it's really expensive. I think it's probably actually even more expensive. One of the few things that's more expensive here than it is back in England, back in the West. And you can buy the cheap stuff. In fact, let me show you the cheap perfume I bought. I hope YouTube doesn't mind me sharing this with you guys. I bought this for 100 baht in Pattaya. So that is about £2.50, something like that. And it actually smells, half decent. Look, it's called Go One. I don't know what that means. G01. Yeah, I was just like, what the hell, I'm going to buy that and spray it on, you know, dirty clothes or, smelly towel. It doesn't matter. It's not expensive, so I can spray it on whatever I like. Okay, guys, so this is my weekly live session where people can come into the room and ask me any questions about life in Thailand, about traveling in Thailand. I've lived here for over 10 years, so if you're looking to come here on holiday, like what are the best places to visit, what's the best food to eat, yeah, what things to avoid, yeah, what are the scams here, or maybe you're thinking of living here, maybe you're thinking of relocating from the West and moving here. Welcome, Bad Bunny, Good Bunny. I like that name. How are you doing tonight? And welcome to the room. So as I was just saying, yeah, this is my weekly Q&A session. Your voice is a little bit slow. I'm not sure how you mean it, because I normally speak quite quickly. Maybe it's delayed? Is that how you mean? AJBM, good to see you, mate. Yeah, thank you for popping in. Always good to see you. Hope all is well back in sunny England. The connection may be a little bit slow because of the rain. So I was just saying earlier that, yeah, it's raining. It's just been raining super heavily. It's been a massive downpour, and when that happens, it used to be the case the internet would completely cut. Now, yeah, it maybe like dips in speed a little bit. I'm doing well, thank you, Bad Bunny. What we are talking here. So basically, yeah, this is my Q&A session about traveling in Thailand, about living in Thailand. So I've lived here for over 10 years. And yeah, if anyone's got any questions, if anyone's thinking about, you know, coming here on holiday, coming here as a tourist, or if you're thinking about, yeah, maybe relocating here, maybe moving here, maybe even retiring here, something like that. So this is the opportunity that I want to share my experience, yeah, with you guys. Yeah, my YouTube channel is G Like Travels as well. So yeah, I've got lots of videos about reviewing hotels here, yeah, travel here. Also got videos about reviewing hotels back in England. Yeah, various countries around the world, in the Philippines, in Hong Kong. Gonna order me some GO1. I think you should, John. Yeah, highly recommended. What about food? Can you describe? Well, I mean, where do we start? Thailand is a, yeah, culinary delight. So you've got the street food like everywhere, and that's literally dishes for about £1, maybe, yeah, £1 to £2, which would be about, yeah, $2 to $3, something like that. And some of that, well, most of that food is really good. Obviously, it's local food, you know, it's rice dishes, noodles, might be spicy, so it's not for everyone's tastes. However, yeah, you've also got the mid-range restaurants in kind of the usual shopping malls, and they're really good. Speed limit, welcome. Labdar. Labdar, back to you too, mate. Can a good place for vegan? Yes, there is a lot of vegan options. It didn't used to be the case, in fact. There's now a chain called So Vegan. They have loads of restaurants everywhere, and there's lots of independent little vegan shops. In fact, we had friends visit us a couple of months ago. They're both vegan, so yeah, we did a bit of research and we went to So Vegan. You can probably check them out online. And we also took them to this independent little shop. Stop making me laugh, John, as I'm midstream. Yeah, we took them to this independent little vegan shop, and it was amazing. I think less than 10, 12 pounds, like all four of us had, yeah, really, really good vegan food. And yeah, Oz, we enjoyed So Vegan, didn't we? Yeah. Anyway, that's a different story. I'll lad bar you in a minute too. Yeah, there's no lad barring in this room, I'm afraid. Or maybe, are you talking about Lab Moo? What you ate today? Today, what did I have? What did I have in the Irish pub? I can't remember. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, actually, we didn't have any local fare. They've also got really good expat, like British, English pubs. So my son, he had a full English. I had a big omelette. My wife had a curry, because she's been like really wanting to have a curry. And they do have Indian food here, but if you want to cook it yourself, it's a bit harder to buy like the sauces and stuff. And then yeah, I had just noodles for dinner. What is this? Hydrogen running cylinders, stock cylinders. Oh, we got a spammer in the room. Welcome, Gaurav South. Thank you for your spam. Is there language barriers? Very good question, Bad Bunny. Yes. In a word, yes, there is a massive language barrier. However, I have noticed in more recent years that, yeah, Thai people are getting better at English, particularly the younger generation. I think they introduced, yeah, English to be a mandatory subject at school a while ago, and that's starting to flow into, yeah, the younger adult generation. So in Bangkok, most of the younger people can speak a bit of English. However, if you go to, yeah, places where there's not many tourists outside of Bangkok, they don't generally speak much English. That's why I've learned Thai. It's not amazing, but it's enough to get by. And I would strongly suggest that if you are thinking of moving here, yeah, you should learn Thai. It's quite funny. My wife is Asian. She's from the Philippines. And when we go out, everybody thinks she's Thai and they will speak Thai to her. She doesn't speak any Thai. Can you give a piece of advice those who are coming? Yeah, are you coming for a holiday or are you coming to move here, to live here permanently? Because they're two very different things. Let me know which one it is, and then, yeah, I can definitely give you some advice. I love it for the English. When I lived in Ocean Village, I used to occasionally get fried rice with fried egg on top. Yeah, fried egg. Khao pad gai, kai dao. Put pasat Thai. That's how you order in Thai. Yeah, fried rice with egg. I used to love that for breakfast. Oh, you would like it here then, John, because they love to have rice for breakfast. Yeah, sometimes I don't mind having rice or noodles for breakfast. Sometimes it's like, meh, nah, I'm not into that. Just for travel purposes for my parents. Okay, if you're, I mean, depends how old your parents are. Depends what they like doing. As a general rule, Hua Hin is quite a good place to visit for the older generation. It's about 3 hours south of Bangkok. It's a chilled out beach resort, but it's got all the Western amenities like shopping centres, yeah, nice hotels, things to see and do. They're like in the 50s. Okay, if you want to go to an island, I would recommend Koh Chang. That's about 4 hours away from Bangkok, or you can fly there actually. Yeah, 4 hours by bus or car, or you can fly there. And Koh Chang, yeah, it's quite a big island. It's got lots of different accommodation options, beautiful beaches. Yeah, so that's really nice to visit. Um, there's so many places, amazing places to visit in Thailand. Also, if they like hiking in the mountains, that kind of stuff, I'd recommend Chiang Mai, so in the north of Thailand. I reported that spammer and now my chat is running slow. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. John, are you a mod here? Let me just check. Are you still a moderator? Yeah, you are. You're still a standard moderator. Go, John. Yeah, he's on those spammers. So yeah, Hua Hin, if they like kind of a bigger town, yeah, more things to see and do, you know, in terms of entertainment. Koh Chang if they like the islands, and I would say Chiang Mai if they like the mountains and the weather's a little bit cooler than Bangkok. In the cool season, which is kind of December, January, February, yeah, it gets, yeah, colder in Chiang Mai. Not cold by Western standards, but yeah, by Thai standards it does get colder. Ah, so do we have any more questions about life in Thailand, living here? Anything at all about the food, the culture, the people, the language, the lady boys? No, no, no. Yeah, anything at all. I'm gonna have my first vape. I haven't vaped at all yet on this live stream. 15 minutes I've gone without a vape. I think I deserve a medal. And the rain has almost eased off. I'm just going to open my balcony doors a bit because I haven't got the AC on for the first time. What's the cinema like? Are the films all in Thai? Do they have subtitle films? Very good question. One moment, John. So, yeah, the cinemas are really good. They have loads of them and they're really good. Yeah, the films are either in English or Thai, and the English ones will have Thai subtitles, and yeah, they're just really modern, yeah, really convenient, really cheap. Like we went to the cinema to see Jurassic Park, and we paid 540 baht, which is about £12 for all three of us. Yeah, so really good. Are there scammers there? Yes. I mean, every country has scammers, some more than others. Um, in the tourist areas, there are, I wouldn't say they're scammers, they're people who will try and charge you more, I would say. I mean, there are scammers, but there's not as many as people might expect. So, for example, if you go to a tourist area, you're staying in a nice hotel, and there'll be taxis parked outside that hotel. They will charge you double the price if you got a Grab, yeah, or if you got a Bolt taxi, or if you got a standard meter taxi. Also, the tuk-tuks, they like to pick up tourists, and yeah, they will charge you more than a normal taxi. Hence why we never ever get, yeah, tuk-tuks. John, is my stream okay? My computer, it's frozen. I just want to check, is it okay from your end? £12 for 3 people is better than £20 for a single ticket in England. Yes. Is it 20 quid to go to the cinema in England? Are you kidding me? Stream is good. Excellent. And I think you're the only one in the room again, John. So thank you for sticking with me. Oz, what are you doing? Okay. Oz is gaming now. As you're the only one in the room, I can share this stuff. Bad Bunny, Good Bunny, $750 for a flight from US. Is it good? $750. That seems really good. Yeah, that's about what, £600? £650. That's really good. Yeah, yeah. I'm not so clued up about flying from the US. Because yeah, obviously I'm English. I've always flown from the UK. But yeah, typically it would cost between £700 to £900 per person to fly from the UK, and I think it's a little bit nearer than flying from the US to Thailand. So $750 for a flight seems really, really good. Which airline are you flying, and how many stopovers are there? Because if it's like a really, really long flight and there's like 24-hour stopover here, there, and everywhere, it might not be such a good deal. If it's direct flight, that sounds really good. For the IMAX, it can cost £20, but if I think cinemas will generally drop to maybe £10 if you look around. Yeah, that seems about reasonable. I think it was about £25 to £30 to go to the cinema for all three of us. So yeah, literally it's less than half of that here, and it's better. Like the snacks and stuff are cheaper. You go buy the popcorn and the drinks, they're cheaper. In England, you get absolutely shafted when you buy snacks and stuff at the cinema. Okay guys, yeah, welcome to the room. My name is Greg, this is G-Like Travels. So this is my weekly Q&A session for any questions that you guys might have about traveling to Thailand, about living here, about relocating here, anything at all. Yeah, I'm happy to share my 10 years worth of living experience in Bangkok, and I've traveled around a lot of Thailand. I've traveled around the north, the northeast, the Isan area, the south, the islands. Yeah, I've been there, done that. And yeah, I love it, and I want to travel more, that is for sure. Or if you've got any questions about traveling in Southeast Asia generally. What's it like in Thailand looking for a second-hand PS4? Well, funnily enough, we just bought Oscar a second-hand PS4 for, I think it was about 4,000 bahts, about 90 quid. And Facebook Marketplace is the best place to buy second-hand goods in Thailand. Unfortunately, they don't really use eBay. They use Lazada and Shopee, where I don't know if private sellers can sell on there, and I really don't like those sites. I tried using Lazada, and they've got loads of Chinese crap, like really poorly made stuff. I think my wife ordered something from Lazada, and it literally broke the first time she used it. It was like a juice blender or something. Yeah. So yeah, they don't have so many good options for buying second-hand stuff online. Although they might, it might be in Thai, I just don't know about it. But for English stuff, yeah. £90 is so cheap for PS4. In England, you're looking at 300 quid. What? £300 for a second-hand PS4? Are you kidding me? Huh. That is, yeah, quite expensive. I had 2 games as well, and 1 controller. So I've still got to buy another controller. We're going to get a couple more games. Oh, Bones John, quick question for you actually. Can you get Street Fighter on the PS4? What can I buy from Thailand? You, you can buy anything and everything in Thailand. It might not always be authentic brands, but yeah, you can buy anything and everything. If you're looking for clothes, yeah, there's so many options for clothes. You can buy cheap clothes in the markets, the street sellers, or you can go to department stores where it's more expensive. Yeah, a whole wide variation. I mean, you can buy so many different types of souvenirs for your family. In the tourist areas, they have a. Are the people welcoming? Yes. Yeah, categorically yes. The Thai people are super duper friendly. Yeah, they're one of the most friendliest nations in the world. One of the most friendliest nations I've ever experienced. I mean, living in a massive city like Bangkok, 12 million people, you compare it to like New York or London or Paris, where generally the people are not very friendly. People here, yeah, are really friendly, warm, and welcoming, and they will always, try and help you if you are lost. Yeah, if you are struggling with a language barrier. There's always a few bad eggs, as anywhere you would go, but generally speaking, yeah, no issues with that. Which season should I visit? That is a very good question. Um, I would say the most popular season to visit is November through to February time because it's a bit cooler. And in the West, in the US, in the UK, Northern Europe, it's much colder. So obviously here it's going to be around 25 degrees, 25 to 30 degrees, something like that. Bright blue skies. Yeah, it's really nice. If you went to the north of Thailand, it might even be a bit cool. Can even get down to 10, 12 degrees. I know that's not very cold for the West, but yeah, for here it is. I would definitely not recommend coming in April unless you want to participate in the Thai New Year water festival called Songkran, where you will get absolutely drenched everywhere you go. It's fun the first time you do it, but I'm pretty much done with that. So yeah, don't come in April. If you came now, it's the rainy season, but flights will probably be a bit cheaper. Yeah, over Christmas time, the flights are definitely like they spike. They're really expensive. What's the best food I should try? Oh, there's so many dishes that you can try here. I would say for rice dishes, where could we start? Yeah, Pat Kapau Mu, which is basically minced pork with rice and basil. That's really good. That's a pretty standard dish. They've got Tom Yum Kung, which is like a spicy soup with prawns in it. It's kind of like an orange colour. That's really good. They've got so many like different noodle dishes. And they've also got food, from other countries. They've got great Japanese food here, great Korean food, great Indian food, great Western food. There's so much food. Like you'd have to look online and see like what you like because there's just so much choice here. Thank you for getting back to me, John. Yeah, Street Fighter 5 and 6. Oh, good. Excellent. Okay, I'll be looking at that. Mortal Kombat. Oh, I like Mortal Kombat. That's a good one as well. Excuse me while I have a little interlude and have a little vape. Can you get a Gurkha curry in Thailand? I don't know. There's a lot of Indians who live here, a lot of second, third generation Indians who live in Bangkok particularly. There's a lot of Indian restaurants, particularly in the tourist areas. I don't know if you can get a Gurkha curry. In fact, I don't know what would differentiate a Gurkha curry from a normal curry. However, my Nepalese mate, he took me to a kind of Nepalese stroke Indian restaurant, and yeah, it was really good. You took the words out of my mouth. Nepalese food is lovely. And there's like this big kind of silver platter. You had like three kind of sauces of various textures. You had like, was it like poppadoms or naan bread or kind of in between? And you kind of dip that into the sauces. Yeah, it was really good. I don't know what he ordered. It was some sort of platter. He also took me to a Nepalese restaurant in Manila. And that was really good. Again, don't ask me what it was called. It was dosa something or other, I think. Okay, guys, welcome to the room. If you are new, are there any strict rules? Yes, there are quite a lot of rules. However, the enforcement of them is very sporadic. For example, these are illegal, and I smoke this pretty much everywhere, anywhere. I did have a woman warn me yesterday, make sure police don't see you smoking your vape, but yeah, they don't seem to follow up. They'll introduce a new rule, and then there'll be no enforcement. It's kind of pointless. They'll have a clamp down every now and again. Like recently, they had a clamp down on wearing helmets on motorbikes. So in Bangkok, they had some like checkpoints where the police were checking people wearing helmets. Now it's all gone. The Grab riders, if you get a motorbike taxi, they're supposed to give you a helmet. Sometimes they will say, I don't have one. But yeah, the rules are you should have one. So yeah, the rules are not strictly enforced, generally speaking. But you know, if you're traveling anywhere, just be respectful, and you'll be fine. You know, if you're gonna act like a dick, yeah, then you're gonna get into trouble. If you don't, you're respectful and polite, you'll be fine. That's been my general experience anyway. Right, just top up my water. Okay, so do we have any more questions about, yeah, traveling to Thailand, moving here? Anyone thinking of moving to Thailand as an expat? That's something I have quite a lot of experience about working here, about the visas. Steady with the water. Ah, I can never have too much, yeah, H2O, John. That's for you, mate. Yeah, feel free to shout. Shout me a question. Just to let you know, I will be doing this live stream the same time, yeah, every week. It's Thursday, 7 p.m. here in Bangkok. I don't know what the time is elsewhere. I know in England, I think it's 6 hours before, so 1 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about the time in the States. I think you're maybe, depending if you're East Coast, West Coast, like 9 hours before us, or 12 hours if you're West Coast. I'm not too sure. But yeah, feel free to shout me any more questions. Because otherwise, I don't know what to talk about, and I'm just wittering on, speaking to myself like a madman. Yeah, so I went out with a new friend of mine, American friend, yesterday, and I had a meal. I had chicken with cashew nuts and mixed vegetables, and it was absolutely amazing. 185 baht, so it was less than about £3.80, something like that. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And that was in a not a particularly cheap restaurant as well, like by Thai standards. Like Thai people, if they're on a budget, they will eat street food, which costs about 40, 50, 60 baht, which is about, yeah, 80p to £1.20 per meal. So, you know, if you're on a budget, yeah, you can definitely live cheaply in Thailand. However, if you want to splurge, you can also do that. Yeah, no problem at all. There's plenty of people who will be taking your money very, very happily with a fake smile on their face as they do so. Yeah, thanks, John. It was good. It was really good. And I was Hank Marvin. I had a crappy lunch. Yeah, for lunch yesterday, I had a ham cheese toastie from 7-Eleven and some jackfruit. Yeah, it didn't really hit the spot. It was okay. I love the ham cheese toasties from 7-Eleven. You see a lot of YouTubers videoing, vlogging about the 7-Eleven and all the good food. And to be fair, it's generally pretty good and it's really cheap. But you know, it's processed food. It's not the healthiest. So I try not to live off it all the time, like I used to in the past when I was penniless. And I pissed all my money up the wall. But that's a different story, isn't it? So guys, any more questions about life in Thailand? Traveling here, moving here, anything at all? It is now the rainy season in Bangkok. Don't know if you can see outside much. It's now nighttime here. It's just stopped raining, so it's actually nice and cool. That's one of the good things about, yeah, the rainy season. It's not good if you get caught in it, but afterwards it's much cooler. Are you going to get a pet? Good question, John. Well, this particular condo building, you're not allowed pets. But within our condo, there's other buildings that you are allowed pets. So if we were going to get a pet, we would have to move, yeah, to another condo building. So I don't think we're going to move this year. Our contract will be renewed in September, but perhaps 2026 September we will move, and then yeah, we could get a pet. I mean, I suppose we could get like a goldfish or a hamster, but I'd like a dog. Yeah. Oz, would you like a dog? Yeah. Oscar agrees. He'd prefer a dog or a cat. Which would you prefer, a cat or a dog? Okay, he says a dog. Yeah, and there's a lot of people here who have dogs, and a lot of condos are not pet friendly. So this is one of the few ones that is, and it's good because it's quite spread out. We've got a little park. You can walk around the buildings, kind of perimeter. So yeah, there's quite a few pet owners here. It's quite pet friendly, and you do sometimes see people bringing their pets to the shopping centres. But in the shopping centre, the dogs are not allowed to walk on the floor. They have to be in some sort of trolley or some sort of basket. So if you've got a big dog, they can't do that. So you see like these little chihuahuas or these little poodles with pink bows and shit. Yeah, people carrying them around. It's pretty bad. Yeah, not my scene. What's a popular dog in Thailand? Um, I don't think they have one particular popular dog. They tend to like their smaller, cute dogs. So there's yeah, quite a few chihuahuas, poodles. Oz, what would you say are the popular breeds of dog here? Yeah, I think generally the smaller breeds, you know, like French Bulldog, that kind of stuff, yeah, are more popular. And obviously, if you don't have much space, yeah, a smaller dog is easier to have. And there's not a huge amount of parks, although the amount of park space has increased in recent years. So there's a not huge amount of green spaces for the dogs to go to. So it's not the ideal place. Like when you compare it to England or yeah, maybe America, Australia or whatever, yeah, it's really not good. Ah, 0 people in the room. John, are you still there? According to my stats, oh yeah, John's still there. I can imagine you and Oscar with a friend. Yes, I would love to have a French bulldog. That would be super cool. Yeah, our neighbours had that in Southampton, a French bulldog, and he's really cool. His name was Rocky, and he'd charge up to you like snarling and growling, but yeah, he's a big softie really. But when you first met him, you think, oh, he's a bit scary, isn't he? But yeah, big softie. Anyway, guys, welcome to the room if you've just come here. So this is my weekly live session, my weekly Q&A about life in Thailand. So if you've got any questions about living here, traveling, anything at all, I'm happy to share my over 10 years worth of experience of living in Thailand. I've also got a YouTube channel, so go and check that out. Subscribe to my channel, G Like Travels. I just vlogged yesterday, actually. I stayed in a pod hotel. I put the short up already, and the long video will be coming out very soon. So yeah, feel free to shoot me any questions. What's it like to live in Thailand if you're unskilled and have to do basic work? Well, you can only do that if you're Thai, or maybe if you're from Myanmar or Cambodia, and it's bloody hard. Like when you see the building sites here, they're working in the heat, and it's oppressive heat. The conditions are really bad. The health and safety is terrible. It's a hard life, and they probably get paid like £2 a day or something like that, literally. They live in these little tin shacks, usually on site, sometimes off site, and it's really hard work. There's a lot of people who work as delivery drivers or motorbike taxis, so using their motorbikes to make a living, particularly in Bangkok and the big cities. That's probably paid a little bit better, but still, they're probably earning, I don't know, maybe £10 a day. Yeah, maybe a little bit more than that. So, yeah, it's pretty tough if you don't have many skills. However, Bangkok, there's a lot of professional people. There's a lot of service industries, there's a lot of tourism and other industries as well. So yeah, I think if you've got skills, educated, it's pretty good. Like the standard of life in Thailand can be pretty decent. If you don't have money, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Like, I can't imagine, for example, living in a condo without AC, as you can see up there, just above my head. There we go. They live just in fans. This is the first time I've done the live stream with no AC because, yeah, it's the rainy season, it's a bit cooler. So, yeah, they have a tough life. In fact, just over there, they're building a little condo, and you can see them living in, basically, it's a bare room, a bare concrete room with four walls. Welcome to the room, Yoga Guru. I want a job there as a production manager. Oh, okay. I really don't have much experience in that particular sector. What I would suggest is, yeah, going online and doing a search, see if production managers can get jobs as a foreigner, because some jobs are reserved only for Thai people. However, if it's a skill that Thai people can't do, then that's fine, you're good to go. So, for example, English teacher, yeah, Thai people can't do that. Or if you work in recruitment, some sort of niche area in finance or banking, then yeah, you could definitely get a job. So yeah, do your research first would be my recommendation there. There's always the possibility of working online as well, working remotely. A lot of yeah, foreigners, expats come to Thailand and work remotely. Thank you for that, Mohit. Use condom. I've no idea what you're talking about. What you put it over your head, protect yourself from the rain, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for the advice. I shall bear that in mind. So yeah, welcome to the room, guys. If you are new, my name's Greg. This is G Light Travels. So this is my weekly Q&A session, yeah, about life in Thailand. I have over 10 years worth of experience of living here, working here. So if you've got any questions about traveling here, about working here, feel free to message me. Send me a message. Yeah, I'm glad you found that funny, Mohit. Where are you from, mate? I'm guessing you're Indian? And are you thinking of living in Thailand? What is your full-time job? Well, when I've been living in Thailand, I've always taught English. Welcome, Casual Glitch. Welcome to the room. So yeah, we moved back here last September, and I got a job training students for the IELTS test, which is basically an English test they need to get into university. So it's not working in like a secondary school. They're teaching like loads of kids who don't want to learn. Yeah, I teach English to people who are really motivated, educated, and want to learn, and pay a lot of money for it as well. So yeah, it's kind of more of a niche teaching English area, I would say. So yeah, feel free to shoot me your questions. India, okay. Whereabouts are you in India, Yoga Guru? I know there's a lot of people who come to visit Thailand from India. There's also a lot of people who live here who are, they're Thai nationality, but they're Indian ethnicity. So they're second, third generation, particularly in Bangkok. And that's what I love about Bangkok. It's so diverse. Like there's so many different nationalities living here. Like in our condo, we have British people, we have Australian, we have Indian, Japanese, Chinese, Thai. You know, it's a melting pot of different nationalities. Greetings from Denmark. Excellent. Welcome to the room. Which job do you provide? I don't provide any jobs. In fact, I used to. I used to run my own teacher recruitment business. But yeah, I'm a teacher myself now. I train students for the IELTS test, International English Language Testing Systems, which is a qualification they need to get into university in Thailand or in the UK or in Australia. So yeah, feel free to shoot me any more of your questions, guys, about life in Thailand, about the food, about the people, about the culture, about the weather, about the ladyboy. No, we can't talk about ladyboys, or can we? Yeah, so sadly, I don't provide any jobs. But what I would recommend if you're thinking of moving here is do your research first. I mean, you could come here and you could try and find a job whilst you're here. You've already moved here. But I think it's better if you do your research first and you apply for the job when you're in your home country. Then if that doesn't work, you can always fly out here and demonstrate to any companies that are interested in hiring you, look, hey, I've taken the time and effort to fly here. I'm serious about moving here. That's what I did to get this job. I was offered the job. No, sorry, before I was offered the job, I flew out to Thailand for 10 days. I met up with my boss, and then they formally offered me the job. And then, yeah, we moved here a couple of months after. Is durian fruit your favourite? How do you know, John? How do you know that I love durian? Ah, yeah, you just watch my YouTube short about eating durian and you'll see how much I love it. Ladyboys are good for one night spend. Very good question. Are ladyboys good for a one night spend? Um, Depends what you prefer. Do you like big boobies and big then maybe yes. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of beautiful ladyboys in Thailand. Um, However, they are a little bit more temperamental, so you have to be a little bit careful if you were to spend the night with them. I think finding a pure girl in Thailand is difficult. No, I disagree. I think it's a very misconceived image that Thailand is only about working girls, girls working in the bar, selling their body for money. That's not the case. That's a tiny proportion of, yeah, the Thai female population who do that. Majority of girls, ladies living here, have normal jobs, they're normal girls, and yeah, they like, as a general rule, they like to have a foreign boyfriend or husband. Um, because I've heard a lot of stories where Thai men don't treat them very well. So therefore, they think, yeah, if they get with a foreigner, yeah, they're going to have a better standard of living, maybe financially more well off, more comfortable. So no, I would definitely say it's not difficult. I was thinking of taking a vacation down in Thailand. I would definitely, yeah, agree with you taking a vacation to Thailand. It's a great place to visit. Have you ever been to Thailand before? Um, and if you have, where have you been? If you haven't, where are you thinking of going? Because there's so many different places you can visit here. Like there's the cities like Bangkok, Chiang Mai. There's the mountains in the north, the islands. No, unfortunately not. Don't worry. You're gonna, well, I think you will love it here. Most people love it when they come here. There's some people who find the heat too much, the culture shock too much. But I think the vast majority of people have an amazing time here. Just do your research before you come. Like if you have any plans, I'd love the mountains. Denmark is so flat. Yeah, a bit like the south of England. South of England is, we have hills, but yeah, no mountains. If you love the mountains, I would definitely recommend going to the north of Thailand. Yeah, take a flight from Bangkok to Chiang Mai, or you could take the train or a bus, but that's a 12-hour journey, and then travel around the north. You can go to Pai, you can go to Chiang Rai. There's loads of beautiful places and loads of amazing hiking in the mountains. It's a little bit cooler in the north as well. The people are really friendly. It's a bit cheaper as well than Bangkok. Bangkok's cheap, don't get me wrong, but yeah, in the north it's even cheaper. So yeah, I would strongly recommend going to Chiang Mai. I love walking even if my knees say otherwise. Yes. How can I get a car job driver in United Kingdom? You'll have to speak to Bones John. He likes to hire car drivers. Mountains would be hard work for a walk. Yes, hard work, but well worth it when you get to the top and you see the view. Unless there's loads of cloud and fog around you and you can't see anything. Bones John, do you have any recommendations for Mohit getting a car driver job in UK? Didn't you just open that car driving recruitment business, John? Maybe you can give him some advice. Yeah, Bones John's your man. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that we love doing in England. We love hiking. So obviously living in Bangkok, it's a bit harder to go hiking. You can walk around the parks, but it's very hot. I was in Greece once, the school paid for it, might ask to get transferred to international travel. Okay, nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, if you can work as a digital nomad, that's amazing because you can actually get a visa working as a digital nomad in Thailand as long as you earn over a certain amount. Or if if you work for a big multinational company, if your company can transfer you to Thailand, that's also an option. Although nowadays that's getting harder, and yeah, there's less chance of that happening than there used to be, say 10, 20 years ago. But depending on what kind of work you're looking at, there's loads of work here. But you do have to bear in mind, I'm a student, okay. So I guess you could either come here in your summer or winter holidays. I mean, winter holidays would be great because, yeah, it's really cold, particularly in Denmark. I imagine it's colder than England. Or you could travel here after you graduate. That's what I did. I graduated, and then I travelled for 6 months. Sorry, I worked for 6 months, and then I travelled to Thailand with all that money that I saved up. Greece has amazing food. It does indeed, John. Yes. And you know, there is actually some kind of Mediterranean, not specifically so much Greek, food in Bangkok as well. They actually have an Arabic quarter where you can get all that good stuff. You know, like the kebabs, yeah, the tzatziki. I can't think of any other Greek food at the moment. My mind's gone blank. Might be a good idea. Yeah, definitely, definitely. And feel free to, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, G Like Travels, because I like to review my travel experiences around Thailand, review various hotels. So it might help you. You never know. Hummus, yeah, hummus is good. Haven't had that for a while. There's some food that obviously is not so prevalent here. So stuff like that, yeah, we don't have a lot. Pita bread is good. However, the pub we were in today, they just did an offer for kebabs. They had this amazing kebab. It was about, I think about 7, 8 quid. I might have to try that next time. Right, guys, so I'm going to wrap things up here, I think. So this is your last chance to ask me any last questions. But my school offered to pay me like 1,300 euros to go to Greece. It was in the middle of the year, no vacation. Okay. So you were going to study in Greece, then, I'm guessing, with no holidays? I'm not quite sure how that works. If you are going to transfer as a student abroad, I would strongly recommend doing that as well. That would be an amazing experience. I did the Erasmus, and I studied in Pavia, in the north of Italy, Milan, for 6 months, and also in Bordeaux for 6 months. 2 weeks, yeah, do it. Yeah, go for it. If they're going to pay you 1,300 euros, like an entire, yeah, that would be an amazing experience. Whereabouts in Greece will they send you? Do you know? Erasmus, yeah. Is it the same thing? Because I know in the UK, obviously, we left the EU. We don't have Erasmus anymore. That's one of the sad things about Brexit. Athens. I've never been to Athens. You should definitely do that. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, don't think about it. Just do it. And then travel to Thailand after you graduate. Right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap things up here. So thank you, everybody who's come into the rooms to see me. I'm going to be doing this Q&A every week at the same time. It's 7 p.m. here, Bangkok time. So I think either 1, 2 p.m. Europe time or UK time. Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for your questions. I hope that was useful for you. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, G Like Travels, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.